I'll then introduce you. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek. It's the CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series, and with me in the commentary box is the legend that is just fresh from the victory in the shootout, Mr. Tony Robles. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here again. I enjoy doing commentary for these matches, and here we have a very interesting match between Mr. Mario He and Tyler Styer. I know them both personally, and they're very good kids, but incredible players, so I'm looking forward to a fantastic match here.
Yeah, Mario won the leg, breaks off. Has he made a ball? I think he has. He's made a couple of balls, I think.
Made 2 balls on the break.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I was watching a guy earlier on today who made 4 balls on the break. Unfortunately, one of them was the cue ball.
I believe that was me. Yeah.
Hopefully we're not going to see any more.
So officially it's 3, not including the cue ball.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure I lost that rack. I had fun though. I had fun. So
yeah, great win on the shootout. Congratulations. Anyway,
Thank you.
back to this match now. Just to remind you, of course, we are playing 10 ball. Early 10s.
I think he's going to play safe, right?
Early 10s do count. And so there's golden break available. We're racing to 4, 2 races to 4. If we're still level after 4, Tony Robles knows all about these, the shootout. And that's a lovely safety there, Tony. So you're the kick expert. What are you doing here, my friend?
Over here, I kick and pray. That's what I would do.
Kelly Fisher used to say, I shut my eyes and hit as hard as I can.
Yeah, that was a very nice save by Mario there. Tyler is a student of the game. He works extremely hard on his game, and he's always looking to improve no matter how well he's playing.
Oh, great kick.
He might end up behind the 9.
Has he got away with it?
Nope.
Oh, well, yeah. The combo on the 7, of course.
Yeah.
Unmissable, you have to say. And what a feast of pool we've had today. We started off, of course, with the huge clash between Fedor Gorst and Eklund Kachi. Eklund Kachi winning that on a shootout. And we've had you with a shootout as well.
Yeah, it's always nice when all the matches go to a shootout. Right? Everyone starts gathering around.
That's
it's pretty
It's value for money, right? Everyone gets value for money for a shootout.
Nice combination and control of the 1 by Mario there.
Yeah, Mario, of course, 28 years old from Rankwell. That's a great name, isn't it? Rankwell in Austria. And he's actually ranks very well as well on the Fargo. He's 802.
802 is pretty strong.
Yeah. Tyler 761.
So, I mean, the only thing that I could see possibly giving a little trouble here, and it all depends on how he gets on the 5, is from the 5 to the 6. And if he gets straight on the 5 or close to it, he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Go
much
off one rail.
Doesn't pass him to the side, does it? So this is the key shot, you would think.
Yeah, he's going to go off the long. Well, I mean, some people prefer to go off the long rail. I do. You know, once you come off that rail, you go towards the ball, you know. Now, he's probably going to go 2 rails here. Unless he's looking at the 6 on the side. If the 6 on the side goes, that probably makes more sense. But he still has to get... Well, even if it did, he still has to get, you know, contend with the 10 ball. You know, I'm looking at the angle from here, off the monitor, and he would have to contend with the 10 ball.
Isn't it surprising how big a ball becomes when that's the ball that could be in the way? It becomes huge, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But the most important thing is to make sure that you make up your mind, commit, and trust your decision. You know, you can't, you know, if you start having any thoughts whatsoever in the slightest bit, that's enough to have you miss a shot or run into the big ball, right?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to go draw 1 rail. Nice shot. Very nice.
And both of these players, great cueists, very smooth, nice long follow through. That's what I love to watch.
Yeah, they have plenty of power to spare. Ooh, for a second there. Oh, wow. I'm surprised it actually fell.
Holds his hand up to Tyler Styer. Little compensation, really, huh? It's still dropped.
Well, you're playing these tables long enough, they'll start playing a little tighter, and that won't drop if you hit it like that, you know. So I'm pretty sure he's relieved that it fell in.
It's only the second day, right, Tony, that these new cloths have been on.
Yep. It'll play a little tougher in a couple of days.
Just in time for the finals, semi-final and final, huh?
Yep.
Oh, a little bit of a jump on the cue ball there. It was okay, though. Straight 10. Down the rail. And in it goes. So, first blood to the Austrian, Mario He. So let's talk a little bit about Tyler Styer. I believe he's played 2 Mosconis already. Do you think he's going to be included this year?
There's always a possibility. I think he's always one of the favorites to be included in the team. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. And like I mentioned earlier, I know them both personally. And Tyler's a special kid. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's fan-friendly, which I've always been a big proponent of. You know, I think that's extremely important. And he works very hard in his game.
Yeah, I was going to say, his work ethic is really second to none. I mean, I've only seen one other person practicing as hard as he has been doing this week, and it's Aloysius Yap.
Aloysius Yap, another dedicated player, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, he has his girlfriend, Margaret Fefilova.
Sorry, you can't call her his girlfriend.
Well, his boss.
Fiance.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. But she's really the boss, too, so he has her support. And if you're watching this, Margaret, I want to say hi. I still haven't met you in person, but we've done commentary together plenty of times, so I'm still looking forward to meeting you in person. But, you know, my wife supports me 100% in doing this, too, so, you know, that's very important, too.
Behind every good man, there's a good woman, right?
Well, there's 4-railer on the 6.
Oh,
nope.
Has it dropped? No,
wow.
It hasn't dropped. Oh, now then.
Wow.
Look at this.
Tyler was ready to pounce, too. He was about to get ready to pounce on the table.
He was joking around a lot, Tyler, during the practice and entertaining the crowd, and they were all giving him shots to try and do that they wanted to see. But look at his face now, completely changed his demeanour. Now he's in match mode. Now he's in that focused.
That's correct.
He's in the zone.
Yeah. Completely focused, 100%.
Yeah, and I'm sure Margaret will be watching. Just want to say good luck for Austria, Margaret. I know she's playing that tournament in a couple of weeks.
Wondering if he's going to try to play the 2 in the same pocket, if he can draw it past the 4. I'm not sure if that's what he's looking at. I mean, that's what I see, but... Oh, he's just going to slide it there. Yeah. It's a little tricky on this table because this table runs so perfect. I absolutely love the way this table plays.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's your impression of playing on this? The first time you've played on the tournament, on the actual streaming table. How was it?
I absolutely love it. You know, even the other tables that are not TV tables, they all run pretty much the same.
I heard a little rumour. that you like the table so much, you've gone and bought yourself one. Is that true?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to get one at our house. Very nice speed there. It's forcing him to take out his jump cue. To be quite honest, I don't think he has a choice here. You know, the 8 is preventing him from kicking off the top rail.
I think he can go 2 rails now. Can he not go 2 rails in between the 8 and the 3?
Well, the 3 is so close to the 2. That's the problem. See, he's looking to go between I think he's looking to go between the rail and the 5 because he wants to have some type of a defensive opportunity. You know, to just tap it right. And you know, even if he gives him a shot, at least he's making it tougher for him, right?
Yeah,
that's what you want to do.
Dropped the jump cue, didn't he? And
well, you have to when you have 30 seconds to shoot.
Else. Yeah, just to remind everyone, of course, there is a shot clock, as you might have heard then, 30 seconds. There's one extension available to each player per rack. And after the break or a push out, it's 60 seconds.
I think he's going to come off one rail and play the 3. There you go.
He played that nicely. Mario was part of a road trip, including...
Alex and Dennis.
Yeah. Alex Kazakis, Dennis Grabet. There was, I forget who, I actually think Shnolocki. Schnolnocky, sorry,
Oliver,
might have been in it as well.
Yeah.
And they've all had the same haircut. Mario's one of them, look. The barber with only one cut.
Well, over here, I don't really see any problems for Mario here. I mean, he's still going to have to, depending on how he gets.
Wow, look how much that cue ball ran on.
Just kept going, huh?
That never stopped.
Yeah.
He can't believe it. He thought he was going to be playing this in the side.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. Now he's going to have to come up with a tougher shot here.
Wow, I can't believe how much that ran, that cue ball then.
Yeah, because, I mean, you have to be careful here, because if he tries to go in the corner, the cue ball might he has to elevate. Because if he hits it with follow, he might go straight into the side pocket.
You see on the overhead, I reckon, wow, he's going to try and dig down, is he? He's looking at it now in the other pocket.
Yeah.
In the right-hand pocket as we look, top right.
Yeah.
It's quite thin. But
he's going to have to make up his mind soon.
Yeah, he's already taken his extension. How long has he got left?
See, I like this shot, because if you hit the long rail, you still have a chance of making it. With the other one, you have to hit it. You see, look, he hit the long rail and he still made the ball, right?
Yeah, nice.
So, you know, it's a bigger pocket that way, you know?
Yeah, just
percentages. It's all percentages.
Yeah.
Now, this could be tricky, because if you go rail first, you have to make sure that you hit it on the thicker side. I like hitting the ball first here, because if you hit it on the thicker side, you can avoid running into the 10.
Yeah, he's going straight for the ball, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Taking his medicine, leaving a slightly longer 8, but it's not a problem for a player of this caliber, is it?
No. Then over here, he ends up with a slight angle on the 9. Even if he freezes to the rail, he just draws back about a foot and a half, and he should be fine. Just pure draw for this one.
Give you an idea of some of the quality of this guy you're watching now. For those of you that may not know him, I can't believe there's not many that don't know him. 4-time Euro Tour winner, a European Championship winner, and also, of course, World Cup of Pool winner twice with Albin Ocean.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the quality of the guy. Here in the beach once again, draws it past the 10. Look, what a lovely shot that was. So just this 10 then to take a 2-0 lead, and there it is, and we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in a little place called Battle Creek, and we have another battle for you at the moment going on. Mario He 2-0 ahead in the first set, race to 4 best of 2 sets, and if we're level we will go to a shootout. Now he breaking off with me in the commentary booth. Very, very reliable, very knowledgeable Tony Robles.
Over here, I mean, this is, isn't this, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first, well, I can't really say offensive opportunity because, I mean, he cuts one on the side. He's going to go off the opposite side off the 3, so that's a tough shot there in itself.
That's going this bottom right-hand corner if he wants to play it in here.
And the 4 is tied up with the 6 as well.
Yeah,
so,
that's a tough situation. I was going to ask you about that when we get to it. How are you attacking that? It's got to be from the 3 in the side, right?
Well, not just a 3 in the side. If he's if whoever ends up making the 1, if they can get near the side pocket for the 3 and shoot the 3-4-6 combo, 6-4 combo, that's a possibility there. The other possibility is shoot the 3 and hide the cube on the
You can't play the 6-4 combo.
No, it's the 6 to the 4, assuming that it goes. It looks like it goes.
Right.
See, good shot there. That was
what
an
a great
awesome shot. And he put himself in a better position right there because now he can shoot the combo. He can shoot the combo now.
Makes sense from the 2.
You have to go for this now because it doesn't make sense to shoot the 2. One of the rules that I have a straight pool, because I'm a straight pool player, is if you're already there, it doesn't make sense to try to get there again later. If you already have the shot, take it while you have it. Because what are the odds of you getting the cue ball exactly where you need to a second time? That's my philosophy.
Do you know what? When you're in the commentary booth with me, I feel like I'm digging for gold, and every 5 minutes I come across a golden nugget of information, and that comes from you, Mr. Robles.
Well, I mean, Mark, I'm not sure if you're aware of it because I know we met each other recently, but I've been teaching the game for 30 years, and I have an absolute passion for it. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, he tied up the 5 ball there, so there's a good chance here that if he ends up making the 2 and the 3, he might end up having to play safe. 3 rail the 5 ball, 4 rail, leave the cue ball behind the 6, or even bank it. It all depends. It all depends on how Tyler feels.
Oh, he's gone to move it here, did he?
Yeah.
Tried to just a little tickle on the 5 or the 6.
Yeah. And like you said, you described it perfectly. A little tickle, because if you hit it too thick, it slows down the cue ball, and then he ends up with a much tougher shot on the 3 ball. Yeah.
And that's why he missed it by very, very little. Was just going for the finest of touches.
And the 7 there makes this a big pocket. So he can either try to break it up now or play for the bank or the safe. He has 3 options here. Oh, wow.
That's what a mistake that was.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Wow, he looks as confused as we do.
Because I think the cue ball drew more than what he expected it to. You know?
I think he caught that. I don't think he played to play the 3 ball as thick off the 7 as he actually did there.
Yeah.
He hit it. I think he hit it bad.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. I mean, the fact that he hit it straight to the rail, I'm led to believe that he wanted to play it off the 7. I think that he was caught off guard at how easily the cue ball drew there.
Really?
Yeah. I'll ask him after the match.
Yeah,
I'm curious to know now.
I thought it may have skidded maybe a little bit.
That's a possibility too, yeah.
That's how it looked to me, and to watch his reaction, he looked a little bit puzzled. So
it's very
that's why I think it's not something that he did rather than something that happened.
Gotcha.
So, of course, the luxury now of ball in hand, the 5 no longer a problem.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Well, he's going to shoot in the corner or play safe. Looks like he's playing safe.
Yeah, he's going for the 3 fouls. Of course, 3 foul is in use here, and he's got that 5 ball nice and close to the 8 as well. So, come on. You're the nearest to a Filipino at kicking as I've ever seen in my life.
And I'm surprised that he didn't go for the 5 in the side there. And well, probably because he didn't like. Probably because he didn't like the 6 to the 7. That's the only thing I can think of. But you know, I'm also a firm believer that every once in a while, that one extra inning that you give my opponent might be the one that
that's 2 fouls
need in order to beat you.
And he will be warned here. And all of a sudden, this is looking.
There's no way he's going to 3 foul him here. He's going to go for the run out here.
You think so?
Oh yeah, you have to.
I'm not so sure. He's going 3 foul here.
No.
No?
No way.
I'm not
because
a betting man.
it's just too difficult to pin him in a way that gives him an easy, a tough, hard to hit, kick shot,
I'm just trying to create a bit of drama.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. You got the chat. You got the people in the chat room saying, "What's this guy talking about?" And over here, these shots right here on this table are tricky because he has a slightly thicker hit on the 6, which is what you need in order to draw it away from the scratch of the side pocket. But he might have to come off the long rail a little bit just to hit it. There you go, just like he did there. You see how he came off the long rail a little bit?
Yeah.
And he barely got past the side pocket. If he doesn't hit it that way, he did that intentionally. If he fails to hit it that way, if he hits it straight into the pocket, he scratches there.
Wow.
But it's all about the equipment, That's all it is. It's all about the equipment.
Well, you've played on the equipment, and you spoke very highly of it.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I think this table is running absolutely perfect. Yeah. But, I tell people, quite often that Cubo ran a little more than what he wanted to there. He's got a little bit on the straighter side there. Don't be surprised if he comes off the top rail for this one. Or if he decides to draw it.
Just draw it for the 10 in the side,
For the 10 in the side. Just got to make sure he hits it on the thick side again to make sure that he doesn't see on the thick side.
Exactly that.
You see? He banked it off the long rail. Make sure that he eliminates any possibility of coming off that side point.
Yeah. Missed the side point, and you made a good point. In goes the 10 ball. So let's just nip back to the topic of the Mosconi. It is coming up very soon. You've played in 2 yourself. Tyler's played in 2. If you are Jeremy Jones and Shane Van Boning, who's in your mind now? Who are you looking really closely at? I mean, obviously already chosen Sky and Shane.
I'm a little confused because I heard that Shane is supposed to be the co-captain this year, so I don't know if that necessarily...
No, he will be playing.
Yeah, that necessarily entails coaching and playing. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, he's the vice captain, right?
Yeah, but I would be surprised if Billy Thorpe isn't in there. Justin Bergman, I believe, was supposed to play last year, and
he has definitely been ruled out for the Mosconi this year. Justin Bergman.
Oh, he's been ruled out.
He's been ruled out. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, So who's in your mind if you're Jeremy Jones? Come on, can you do a Jeremy Jones voice? He's very deep.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't like the way he's shooting this shot. I prefer to do it this way. I prefer to do it this way. I love Jeremy. Jeremy's a buddy of mine. He was on the team. We were both on the team when we played the Mosconi Cup in 03 and 04. So it was a pleasure to play with him.
Can you remember who were in the European side that year? Those 2 years that you played? I'm sure you can.
I mean, I know Steve Davis was one of them. It
was
an honor.
You played the great Steve Davis.
I had read about him since I was 15 years old. So I finally met him in person. It was amazing, and I had him sign a book for me.
Yeah, but you say that because I spoke to Steve Davis not long ago, and he said, "Can you believe I played in the Mosconi Cup the same year that Tony Robles played for the Americans?"
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh, look at this for a layout. A few little problems over the left-hand side of the table, Tony.
Yeah. It's like the balls decided to have a meeting there.
I mean, 1 and 2, 3, no problem.
Well, I mean,
then the problems start.
Yeah, he can try to, if he can make the...
Does the 5 go off the 7?
The 5, if he did go off the 7, it's going to run into the cluster. He has to make sure he gives a 6-ball movement. If the 7 goes straight, this is a straight push shot. Straight push shots show up all over the place. If the 7 runs dead into the 8, look at that.
He's got to move him there. Took his concentration off of the 1 ball, and his concentration went to the white ball. Wow.
Yeah, Tyler might have to cheat the pocket here a bit and try to draw it right in between the 6 and the 8. And worst case scenarios, if he comes off the 8, he has to make sure he doesn't pocket the 2 in the process, because if he does, he'll end up with a long shot on 3 ball.
Yeah, he's caught the 7. Now, come on. I'm looking to you for inspiration.
It's hard to tell
ideas.
from here if he can cut the 2. I can't tell from this angle if he can.
Yeah, I think the 2 is
Yeah,
okay.
because he called the bank.
Oh, he's called the bank,
Yeah,
is
he
he?
called the bank, so he has to hit this with follow if
Oh,
he wants
yes,
to have
the
any
overhead.
chance of ending up with a shot on the 3. Good shot.
Oh, yeah, great shot.
The key is going to be getting position, right? Playing position on the 5, making the 5, and hiding the cue ball underneath the 10 after contacting the 6. I think that's going to be the key to the rack. And he has an opportunity here to get or end up with a perfect angle on the 4 ball to play position for the 5 ball in the lower left-hand pocket.
Yeah, he's got a decent angle on this 4 ball, so it can go anywhere he chooses to go, and needs to be somewhere between the 5 and the 6, just to the right of the 7 maybe. What are you thinking here, Tony?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Where are you playing to get on the 5?
I'm trying to play it in the lower left-hand pocket.
Yeah.
But you can't hit it too hard because you don't want to end up on top of Mount Everest shooting over a ball, right?
How's he hit it?
Yeah, he might be able to cut it in. I don't think he's too happy with, facial expressions don't indicate that he's happy with this result.
Extension called.
I'm just wondering if he's trying to possibly, this table draws so easily that you can actually, if he can hit the 5 full enough to bank it 3 rails and draw the cue ball to make contact with the 10, just get the cue ball to hug the rail. As soon as you hit the 10, you're behind the 6. I absolutely love this shot, but he's going to cross bank it, I guess, and try to do the same thing. Try to bring the ball.
Going 3 rails here.
Yeah, get the 5 to come back on the other side of the table.
1, 2.
Not bad, not bad. He got him.
Needs it to
He
go.
got him. He hit it great.
Needs it to go.
He hit it great.
Yeah, it's a very good shot. That jump cue's going to come out.
And he's going to try to draw here if he can, but he doesn't have to. Like I said, the key here, the key to the rack is placing the cue ball underneath the 10. If he just focuses on making the ball and stopping the cue ball anywhere in that area, he's going to have a nice safe on 6.
Yeah. Guaranteed to hook Tyler.
There you go. You see? That's it.
Wow, what a jump.
Right? And he drew it back. He drew it back.
I spoke in commentary about when you were hooked a couple of times, and I said he's definitely not going to get the jump cue out. This Tony Robles is old school. He's going to kick. And you played some really nice kicks in your match, I thought.
I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a jump shot he did, right? Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just, trying to do what I can, right? That's all we can do.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
I'm trying to do an impression of you now.
Good impression, bud. It's a pleasure to be here with you. It really is.
I wish I could do an impression of you on the pool table.
I can't wait to end up in the booth with you and Joey Ryan.
Yeah, that would be fun, right?
And Mike Molina. Or Molina Mike, I mean.
Oh,
just barely missed that one.
Now then, are you going in? There's no need to go into the 8 here. He's fine now.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't need to.
No.
I mean, if he really wanted to, he can even just shoot the 7 in the corner in the side and shoot the 8 in the corner and shoot the 10 in the lower pocket. He doesn't even have to really do anything special.
He can stay in that quarter of the table now, can't he? Just stay in that little segment.
Yeah.
And he's home and dry for a 3 for the first set.
Yep. That's what I call the make your life easier shot. By minimizing the movement of the cue ball, and that's the secret. I asked Mosconi years ago when I met him in person at an exhibition at a place called High Q in Elizabeth, New Jersey, a forum. I said, what was your secret of running so many hundreds and 150s and outs in straight pool? And his answer was, when you learn to minimize the movement of the cue ball, you maximize your run out potential. And as soon as he said that, it completely changed the way I saw straight pool to this day. Because I'm always looking for the patterns that are going to minimize the movement of the cue ball. And that's what taught me pattern play.
Yeah, it's nice.
And this is a perfect example of that here. Shoot that ball, move the cue ball very little, shoot the 5 ball in the corner, get almost straight on the 8, just tap the 8 in instead of getting off fancy. He's going to go 3 rails, so look at that. But you see that?
Oh, dear. Why did he not play short side?
I'm shocked that he did that because
so am I.
Even though they're 4 1/4 inch pockets, they're not playing like 4.25 inch. They're playing more like 4.5 inch pockets because it's still sliding, you know. So
yeah.
that was probably due to the fact that he struggled to reach it a bit, even though he had his extension, you know. So there's a little movement when you're lunging. He probably did more of a lunge than anything.
Well, that just sums up exactly what you were saying. I mean, you know, if you minimise the travel of the cue ball, and I think he's come up short here. Look, he's come up short. He hasn't got in behind that 10 ball.
Yeah.
So what a chance that was for Tyler to get back into this set. Now it's looking like it's going to be 4-0 and 1 set.
Well, my philosophy about that is, if he ends up losing this set 4-0,
and he's wobbled. He's had 2 goes at the 8 ball.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wow. Well, what a turnaround. Twice.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's got to give him a bit of confidence to see Mario miss twice.
Oh, wow. That's a surprise.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
He probably felt uncomfortable.
Wow, that's going to be the set now. Definitely. So, Mario He with his 10 ball. And in it goes. It's 4-0. It's the first set. We'll be right back. So welcome back. First set. Well, what a final rack that was. I just cannot believe what we saw then, and that just shows the pressure of the race to 4 format. I mean, I've never seen 3 balls missed like that by pros in a row, have you?
Yeah, you know, we all have our good days and we all have our bad days, and you know, look, this is a perfect example. You know, he took a bathroom break to compose himself, came back, broke, and the cue ball went straight in the pocket, you know, side pocket. So very unfortunate.
That's the last thing he wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially on winner break format, and that was his first serve, so to speak, opening the second set.
Well, especially doing that, you know, against a player of Mario's caliber too. You know, I mean, Mario's is also one of the, I consider him one of the best players on the planet too. But you know, you just still have to maintain your composure, and that's what Tyler's good at doing. You know, he's, as soon as he lets everything go, and he gets an offensive opportunity, I think you're going to see a difference, Tyler.
Yeah, I think he's got the temperament to do it, Tyler. He's not one to beat himself up or get over it. He's very much okay, that's happened, get over it, start again.
That's correct.
So,
but he did the right thing in going to the bathroom. You know, probably put some water in his face and took a bit of a break.
Took a little bit of a risk there, Mario.
Yeah. And
it's turned out, well, not ideal, but he's still sort of okay.
Yeah, I think he's fine here. I think he's just going to draw either in front of the 7 or behind the 7. It all depends on the angles. Probably to the left side of the 7.
Just nudging it slightly, no problem though.
Yeah, he ran into the 7 a bit, so it slowed down the cue ball a bit there, right?
He's going to have to go twice across now.
The good thing about this is he doesn't have to worry about getting absolutely perfect on the floor because the 5 is in front of the pocket. So if the 5 were in the bottom rail, then that's a different story, right? Nicely done.
Anywhere but straight.
Yeah. I would listen. I would
just stop
still
the cue ball. Just stop it. Yeah.
No need to do anything fancy. You know, every once in a while, someone says, "Well, I can draw past the 8 ball," and then they hit it just a hair bad because, you know, it's in the back of their mind, and boom. That's a smart shot right there.
Yeah. Exactly as you said. 5 ball right over the pocket. No need to do anything with the cue ball.
Now just land by the center of the table.
Key shot coming up.
Just a little bit of right.
There you go. And whenever a ball is so close to the pocket, there you saw the cue ball checking off the rail.
Yeah. You know what killed him there too is he knows how the table is running, but what killed him there is he hit it a little thicker than what he anticipated. And when he tried, he tried to hit a little bit on the thin side, and unfortunately hit it fuller. But don't be surprised if he misses. He's a great shot maker. He likes these side pocket shots. To end up going 4 rails. 1, 2, 3. And going to come a little
just
short.
Gonna make
he got the 4th
rail.
rail. Nope, came a little short.
Well, I'll still give you that one.
I'll take it.
We'll say 4
well,
rails.
Let me see. We should have John look to see if it's frozen.
You see a picture of Tyler, look. Full of concentration, still.
You have to be.
What's going through his mind sat there now?
He's just waiting for his opportunity to pounce. And Mario, of course, is going to do his best to not give him that opportunity, if possible, you know. But you have to be ready because you just never know when someone... The last rack of the last set was proof of that. You never know when someone is going to give you an opportunity again. And a lot of times it happens when you least expect it. Mario missed the 8 ball twice, right?
Waiting for the Predator to pounce. So, 1-0 and another chance missed.
Yeah, the scratch on the break, you know, hurt him there a bit, but you know, it is a race to 4, right? Let's see what happens. And remember, we were talking earlier, Mark, and talking about how there are days where when you break the balls, you have connected dots. And then other days you feel like you have to solve Rubik's Cube every rack, you know?
Yeah, I remember. That's going to stick with me, that little saying that you said.
Well, you know, that's kind of what's happening to Tyler now too. He hasn't exactly had the easiest of runouts or layouts, you know. So,
well, a very, very well. It's picking up the people here. Look, and I can see a couple of pros come to watch as well. Dennis Grabet, very good friend of Mario's, is in the audience watching. Lots of the amateur players that are here for the Michigan Amateur Open are here also. They love to see the pros at these events as well, don't they? Getting their cues signed. And one ball's gone. Oh, he's stuck on the 2. Well, he's on the 2, literally. Can he still pot this? I think there's a little bit of a gap between there. But he doesn't want to, does he? He can't get on the 3, really.
yeah, it's tough to tell if it's, you know, if it's a throw shot or if it's dead straight. But that's why John's there, just in case he has to call it. Knowing Mario, he's probably going to give the 2 ball a little bit of movement and try to play it safe.
He's going to slide off the edge of it, right? Or is he going for it? No.
He barely touched the rail. Yeah, he definitely, you could tell. The look on his face. He wanted more movement on the cue ball. He's trying to put it in front of the 7.
Yeah.
He was trying to put it in front of the 7. I like coming off the long rail, placing the cue ball behind the 6 and the 8 over here.
Yeah.
You can also try to put it behind the 5, but I think that one that I said first is easier. That's even better behind the 9. I didn't think he had that angle. That's a much better option.
Yeah, Tyler just needs an easy in, doesn't he? He needs a chance. And this might just give him that chance. Because not only has he got to hit it, of course, he's got to try and get it safe.
You know, the good thing about this shot is if Mario hits it on the right-hand side, assuming he goes 2 rails, he's definitely going to use his extension, no doubt about it. If he goes 2 rails and hits the top side of the 2, he might go past the 9 ball and end up behind the 6 and the 8. If he hits the bottom of it, then the 2 might run into the 9. And it's a lot tougher to execute that shot. He's going to try to hit the top of the 2. You see? And then go behind the 6 and the 8, like I said. Yep.
Wow, how well did he hit that?
And, you know, to make it, you know.
Has he left a bit sticking out? He has he? Or not?
You know, to make it worse, he froze the 2 or came close to freezing the 2 to the 5, which gives the 2 ball less movement when you kick it, you know. I like hitting with enough speed to have the 2 come off the rail and nestle up on the 3 ball.
Did he call anything? The 5's close. I thought it was close, and he called it.
He must
Great
have called
shot.
it. Yeah, that was
yes,
a fantastic
I thought I saw him call the 5.
He hit that awesome.
Now then, deserves to be on the 2.
Absolutely.
Here's the chance. I can tell you both of these players, as we see the 2 going, both these players, Tony, were practicing the shootout 10 shot before for a good 5 minutes each before this match. So
you like going in between the 9 and the 6 here, or just going past the 8 and
9 and the 6? A little bit of right hand English on this. Yeah, just twisting it over. Nice. Just brushed the 6 ball.
You should see if the 6-8 is dead. If the 6-8 is dead, it changes the whole thing.
I think he's going around to have a look at it now.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out if he's going to play the 6-8, because that's a lot easier than stopping the cue ball there and trying to shoot, you know.
Does go in the side as well, I think. Yeah, goes in the side as well.
He overdrew it, but he's good. He's good.
Yeah,
he's fine there. Because all he has to do is play position for the 6 in the opposite corner. Just has to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere near that 7. Because the 6 is going to stop there. The 8 is going to stop the 6. So he's going to end up with automatic position on the 6 as long as he avoids running into that 7.
Nicely played.
Nice.
Yeah, took out the equation of the 7 being in the way. Played a nice stroke. Went round the angles nicely on the 6. I think he deserves a rack here. He's worked hard.
Oh, yeah. Came a little short on that one.
Again.
He should be fine here.
Just off the
main thing is stay focused, get out this table so that you're finally on the board and get that off your chest. And then move forward from there, right?
Yeah, I always say you never settle until you get that first rack. Played it nicely, but still has to focus. We saw what happened in.
Yeah, he might actually have to shoot the 10 in the side here. He doesn't have much of an angle.
Yeah, I don't dislike that shot too much.
Very nice.
Yeah, went on 2 rails. Get a little further out from the rail. This is nice.
All right.
So Tyler gets his first rack on the board with 1-1. 1 set down. We'll be right back. We are back at the Battle Creek in the Kellogg Arena, and having a nice little conversation there about, well, somebody's got to buy you dinner apparently, but we'll get back to that, Tony, very, very shortly. A little revenge is sweet, right? It's a meal, a dish,
yeah,
best served cold.
You know which film that's from?
No.
It's one of my favorite films of all time.
Tell me.
When Ricardo Montalban, who plays Khan in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, is about to get ready to attack the Enterprise, he says, "Revenge is a dish best served cold." And it is cold, very cold in outer space. Right? It's awesome. I absolutely love that.
There is no end to your talents, my friend. No, and you even got into character there. I love that. Right, okay, back to the pool. So, made a ball on the break. Tyler, nice on the 1.
And this is his opportunity to take the lead for the first time since he started the match. And, you know, as you know, a lot of people, especially myself included, believe that Tyler has one of the most awesome 10-ball breaks in the world. I mean, he just breaks the balls really, really well, strong, has control of the cue ball. And but Mario's no slouch with the break either. But this kid really, really breaks him hard.
Yeah, look, Tyler was saying he'd love to see the speed gun brought back for the break. He said he was playing in a tournament in Sacramento. I believe it was at Oscar Dominguez's pool hall. Hard Times, and they had the speed gun there. He was actually doing an impression of Jeff DeLuna breaking when he was warming up. And he said, come on, that's got to be at least 35 miles an hour, right?
Very nice.
Look at the English on that. How well did he strike that? Wants to get past the 7 or at least bumping it. Yeah, he's okay.
Well, you know, one thing that people don't pay attention to a shot like that, Mark, that I also teach during my lessons is when you shoot a shot like that, always make sure you hit it with enough spin so that if you do happen to run into the 7, you run to the top side of the 7, not the bottom. Because some people are afraid to use that much spin. So they try to
overspin it.
So overspin it, because if you're afraid, then that means you need to work on that shot, right? And that's what he did there. He hit it with enough spin so that if he ran to the 7, which he did, he has zero shot of ending up behind the 7.
I used this term earlier on during the Fedor-Kachi match about a sexy stroke that Fedor has, and I tell you, Tyler has it as well.
Yeah.
That beautiful long stroke, the elbow drop on the follow-through. Such a delight to watch when he's in stroke, in full flow.
No doubt about that. Now you have to be careful here not to accidentally overcut that 9 ball and scratch in the corner. Rodrigo almost did it against me.
I was going to say, Edgy nearly done it against you, right?
Yeah, it's very easy to draw the ball.
Almost did, yeah.
It doesn't take much force. See, he hit it dead straight to the pocket, so he eliminated any possibility. That's great.
He's going to be going 2-1 up here, and he needs to win this set to stay in the match. And in it goes. There it is.
I can hear Margaret now saying, "You go, baby, you go."
Is there any voice you can't do? Yeah, she's a delight to commentate with, actually.
Oh, she's awesome. She's an incredible player. Yeah. She's very dedicated as well. I'm a big fan of her game too.
I mean, there's some really, really strong talent in the women's game at the moment. I mean, Kelly's been around forever, of course, as we know. Terrific player. Still got it. Still winning, or not winning tournaments. Well, she did, actually. She won one recently. I think it was in Ohio.
Yeah, she beat Christina, who's another great talent. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Christina too. I've always supported women's pool because, you know, I got into a discussion with a ton of pros, and I'm dating back like 15 years ago. And I was basically arguing with them, and I said, if Addison Fisher, this was when Addison Fisher and Karen Core were on top, I said, if Addison Fisher and Karen Core played in a pro tournament, you're playing alternate break using Magic Rack, they can definitely win a pro men's event. No doubt about it.
Totally agree.
And they kept saying no, and I said, you're out of your mind. So one of them, whose name I won't mention because he's my buddy, and I don't want to embarrass him.
You've got to mention him.
Yeah, he told me there's no way. He said there's no way, and I said, okay, you'll see. And as soon as I said that, they called his match against Karen Core in that tournament that we were playing in. And he comes to me an hour later, and I said, what happened, bro? He says, I lost 9-8 to Karen. I rest my case.
Brilliant. I love stories like that. Who was it, though? It's no good telling us a story and not telling us the names involved. Anyway.
No, it's okay. These guys are like my family. We're like brothers, you know.
Tyler's made the 1 ball. He's got a shot on the 2. Now looking for a route back to the 3. Where's he going? Is he coming in between the 4 and the 7?
That is correct. That's what he has to do, because if he hits this with follow, he's going to run into this either the 7 or the 8.
So he's going to be digging down a bit, jacking up.
So he definitely needs to hit this with a little bit of left and make sure that he guards himself against the possibility of ending up behind the 5. That's the key to this shot.
So he needs to draw in between the 4. Sorry, the 4 and the 7. There it goes perfectly.
Right. I love the speed he hit it with, so that just in case he runs into that 5.
Come round the back of the 5. Come round the back of the 5, and he has absolutely perfect shot, and that deserves a round of applause. And he didn't get one. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Can I go round there and clap very quickly?
Yeah, I got your back. I got your back.
They're a tough audience, Tony.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Like, you know, sometimes I've seen people where they have an opportunity to clap, but they're afraid because they like both players and they don't want to piss one of them off. And I said, but what's the point? That's what you're here to watch a match for. You can clap for both of them when they win a rack, you know.
Yeah, I can remember when I didn't really know that much about pool yesterday, when I was afraid to be the first to clap in case it wasn't that good a shot. You know, maybe it was just a normal shot.
Ooh, man, I know he didn't want to do that. Wow. That was a big shot there. Because he had the 7-8 dead. I could have seen it from here, from where I'm sitting at.
And he's just brushed it.
He just brushed it enough to stop the combo from going. So he's going to have to come up with something here. If he can somehow come off that top rail and go squeeze that cue ball between the 9 and the rail, he could possibly shoot the 7 in the lower right-hand corner. But I don't know if he has that angle. If he doesn't have that angle, then he's going to have to come up with something else.
Isn't pool a cruel game sometimes? You know, he's just brushed the 7 and now it's left him almost straight on this 7 ball.
Yeah.
So the next shot is just as difficult.
Yeah, he's putting draw on this. So.
Wow.
Very nice.
Wow.
Good shot.
Look at the draw he's got on
He
this.
overdrew it. He overdrew it, but he's
side.
trying to play it in the side. That's a very nice shot.
Wow. And that deserves a round of applause. And again, nothing.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
That was a hell of a shot because, I mean, you hit it with good control.
So as a player, you've just played that shot. You've just played a great shot and nothing from the audience. How does that make you feel, or doesn't it matter?
I'm so focused on winning. None of that stuff bothers me.
Just inside you feel, yes, that was good.
Yeah, because I'm so focused on doing my job, you know.
Oh, great shot.
Very nice.
That wasn't easy either. Now you see the Tyler focus.
The main thing here is focus on your fundamentals. Focus on following through in a perfectly straight line to the intended aim point while ignoring both the path of the cue ball and the object ball. If you focus on your technique, the shot will take care of itself on its own.
Absolutely. It's just a little bit awkward with his bridging here. That's why he's got up a couple of times. Now, as you say, concentrate, and he's got the shot clock to contend with as well.
Very nice.
Great shot.
Very nice.
Did get a slight round of applause.
And he did it just in the nick of time, too.
Yeah, funny you should say that. We've got Tyler on the table, and we've got Tyler who's operating the shot clock. And this is a really, really good out.
Yeah, that was a very impressive out because he got a little funny on the 7 and the 5 ball.
And
he's
on the hill.
He nudged it, yeah.
Tyler on the hill. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, and we're at the business end of a match between Tyler Styer, 3-1 up on the hill against Mario He. Tyler needs this to draw level and force a shootout. Here we go, Tyler with the break.
The one was going towards the side. Okay, he made.
Oh, the four's
he made the four. He made
and
the
look
four.
at this. Has he got a shot on the one? The three's held up.
Yeah.
Yes, and look at the two as well.
He has a great opportunity here to take this to a shootout right now.
Wow, this will be the third shootout we've seen if this goes to a shootout. It won't be the third one. Well, it will, because you was involved in one of them.
Yeah, I was involved in one of them, and you know, the thing about both these players is they both hit that spot shot sweet. I mean, they're both really, really good at it. So that's what'll make it even more interesting to watch. You know,
he's got to be a little bit careful here. He needs to play a little bit of left-hand English, but not too much that he draws it over too far. There you see.
Yeah, he just has to take a slightly more of a cut than he would like, only because of the angle that he has at the one. But he has to hit the one on the thick side to hit it to the far right outside of the pocket.
Yeah.
Because if he overcuts it, he's going to lose a cue ball just a little more than he should. Let's see if he hits it to the right side of the pocket. Oh, he hit it. Yeah, you see, he hit it to the center, but that's why he wound up more. You see?
I'm not sure he's on this two ball.
But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what happened. He meant to hit it thick. He noticed that that's what he did. He meant to hit it thick, but he somehow still managed to accidentally overcut it.
He's looking to kick this and get cover behind the 10, play it with draw. There you can see him aiming low.
Yeah, he might even draw it just a little bit, just enough to that's perfect. He hit it great.
Yeah, that's a decent shot, but he'll be disappointed there, Tony.
Yeah.
A good chance to run out, and as you saw, overcut the one and sent the cue ball too far over and put himself on the two. Mario kicking off this back rail, then called the pocket, trying to run the two past the 8.
He might just try to hit it thin and run the cue ball behind the 3 or the low. Wow, look at that.
Oh, he won't mind if this goes in. He won't mind if this goes in, and it's gone in.
And the 5 goes past the 8 over here.
So another chance. Now you always say to me, all you want is a chance. He's had 2 chances now.
That's correct.
He must take this one to kill this second set off now.
He just has to guard himself here against the 10 ball, because since the ball slides very easily and it draws very easily, he can't afford to hit it too low. And the danger part of trying to avoid the 10 is that increases the chances of the cue ball ending up to... See, I like what he's doing here. He's probably going to draw it to the bottom rail to make sure that he avoids a 10 and he avoids the side pocket.
Yeah.
See, that's way better. That's a great option right there, and he hit it great.
Don't overdo it, though, Tyler. Don't overdo it.
That's what happens. We both spoke about what a powerful stroke he has, you know. He just displayed it there.
And don't you find that, you know, if we could cue as perfectly every time, then it would be so much easier to judge the speed. But when you're cueing one particular shot smoother than another, then that's when it's hard to judge the distance, and that's exactly what's happened there.
Yeah.
Cued it so well, better than he has been, but he's overdone it. Oh, that's a pressure shot right there.
Yeah. Well, believe me, even though he overcut it and he left the 5 ball, he did try to undercut it a bit. He was going for it, but he was hoping to undercut it a bit so that way the 5 has a better shot at ending up by the middle of the rail, you know. But Mario has to hit this with a little bit of right to straighten out the cue ball, so that way he goes between the 10 and the 7 and then back up between the 10 and the 7 for the 6 ball. All right? See, because like it slides. See, he came short because it slides.
And I'll tell you what, if this cue ball keeps on running, he could be behind the 7.
That's the thing, it slides. You have to allow for the slide, so you have to hit it with a little more speed, right? Because I guarantee you he wasn't expecting to end up there. He was expecting to end up on the other side of the 10. But when the cue ball came off the top rail, it slid a bit, and it came at an angle as it approached the bottom rail.
Tyler will be breathing a sigh of relief there. I'm sure he didn't expect to get back to the table when he left that 5 ball. Well, Mario calls his extension. This does need a little bit of thought. How are you playing this one, Tony?
I tell you what, I mean, I like going 2 rails here, you know, and sending the 6 by the 10. If he's going to go this route, then he has to hit it with some speed, so that way the cue ball has a chance of escaping and going uptown, you know. See, the cue ball did go uptown, but so did the 6.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity right here.
This is surely got to be his
last chance. It doesn't get better than this, right?
Yeah.
The opportunities. 6 in the corner, 7 in the side.
Yeah, you're thinking to yourself, well, if I don't do it here, I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Just in time
Perfect.
again. That is perfect. Speed. Absolutely perfect. Little bounce off the rail as well.
Yeah, I think it came a little shorter than what he wanted, but, you know, he's good here. I mean, it's not even bad to leave it on the rail, because if you leave it on the rail where he's looking at, you end up with a perfect angle to just pocket the 8 with moderate speed, nothing hard, and then bring the cue ball towards the 9.
You don't want to be doing anything too difficult. The pressure that he's
perfect.
under now.
Absolutely perfect. He's taken advantage of what was given to him, you know, instead of trying to force something, right?
Yeah.
He's playing the shot.
Perfect shot there of Tyler's mechanics, everything in line, and he's played it absolutely perfectly.
And this is what you expect from 2 world-class players.
Yeah.
You know, like Mario and Tyler, a shootout, right?
And on the other hand, it shows you the pressure of every single shot with this race to 4.
I'm wondering if he can cheat the pocket here a bit and go with follow 2 rails to play the 10 in the lower pocket. Yeah. Oh no, he's going to draw. He's going to cheat the pocket and draw it a bit.
I think when you remember what happened to Mario.
Very nice, very nice.
When he missed that 8 ball before, trying to go around 2 rails, chose the better option. He just needs now 100% focus. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going to another.
And this is a shot he missed earlier, so I know that he's really going to focus on making sure that he pockets this one. Very nice, very nice.
Very, very
now we
delicate.
go to a shootout.
So we're off to a shootout, and we will be back.
All right.
Welcome back, and we are in a shootout situation, and who better to get to explain the shootout rules than a guy that's just been involved in one, Mr. Tony Robles.
Well, I mean, first off, the person that won the lag, right, in the beginning is the one that gets to choose who goes first, correct?
Yeah.
And I think there's a big advantage to that. So those are the spots that they're allowed to play. Each player gets 4 innings, and whoever scores the most after 4 innings is the winner of the match.
And if somebody doesn't win after 4 innings, we go sudden death, right?
That's correct. So there's a lot riding on these shots. And I honestly believe that there's a big advantage to going first, because when you go first and you stay ahead, you're putting more pressure on the guy that's going second, you know, a little more pressure.
I was having this conversation with Nate earlier. He said he prefers to go first. I said I prefer to go first. The only problem comes when you miss your first shot. Does that give your opponent the upper hand?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to hope that they miss one more time, you know.
And there you
so
see,
you obviously have to make the first
each innings will be shot from the same side, so both shooting from this side for this innings, and then they will change to the other side of the table for the next innings.
Watch the fundamentals here. Didn't move a hair. Oof. Didn't move a hair. Right. Same with Mario. Watch the fundamentals.
I think Tyler uses as much hair gel as I do. There's no chance of the hair moving.
Yeah. I know right now at this moment, Margaret is biting her nails off. Her fingers.
Yeah, she'll be going to the nail expert tomorrow morning to get them redone. Yeah. I would have thought. So Mario then, 1-1, starting the second innings.
Dead center of the pocket.
Dead center of the pocket.
Dead center of the pocket.
Wow. And that's a good feeling when you strike it so sweetly. You hear that nice little in the back of the pocket.
You know, that's what made me fall in love with the game of pool. When I was 13 years old, my dad took me to a pool hall, and I heard the sound of the balls hitting the back of the pocket.
I'm high-fiving you now because that's exactly when that was my first experience as well.
That's what happened. That's what happened to me.
Here we go then.
Didn't move a hair.
And he's missed the ball. He's missed it. Advantage to Mario He, leading 2-1.
After two innings each, So he has to hope that Mario misses one and continue to pocket his in order to go to sudden death.
Yeah. Right? So now we go back to the other side, of course, alternating every innings to either side of the table, and if we happen to go to sudden death shootout, then the box shrinks back by 1 diamond, and then it gets really, really.
Oh yeah, and it's a lot more pressure shooting these spot shots on the TV table because you're on a clock. See, when you're playing out there is no clock.
Oh, and straight in the game for Mario, looking very solid.
So he has to make this in order to stay alive. And hope that Mario misses the last shot. Yeah, so if he misses this one, it's over.
Yeah, in effect, we're already in sudden death, because if Tyler misses now, he needs to make it, and he needs Mario to miss his next shot. All you can do is make sure you make the ball.
Dead center of the pocket.
In the center. There's that noise again that we fell in love with.
Yep.
And to me, it's still the sweetest sound.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. So now, the only chance that he has to survive is if Mario misses this shot right here. If he misses it, he still must make the next shot in order to go to sudden death.
This is match ball.
And you can't call an extension in the spot shot. Okay, right?
No.
Yeah, no, you can't call an extension. So
Perhaps we should ask John if they're thinking about bringing that in.
No, I'm pretty sure you can.
No, I know.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's 8, 7, 6, 5. He won.
And in it goes.
He won.
And a very disappointed Tyler Styer losing out on the shootout. We'll be back later with the next match.